Hello, welcome to part 2 of solving systems of equations. Here we're going to use substitution to solve our equation. We can use substitution when we know we have a variable that can equal an expression. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to substitute my expression into the second equation for that variable. So since I have x equals 3y plus 7, I'm going to substitute it into the next equation for x. So we're going to substitute the expression into the other equation. So now I have 3 times 3y plus 7 plus 4y equals negative 5. When I distribute this, 3, I end up with 9y plus 21 plus 4y equals negative 5. I combine my like terms and I get 13y plus 21 equals negative 5. Subtract 21 from both sides. 13y equals negative 26. So y equals negative 2. Once I get my value for y, I'm going to substitute that back into one of my equations. So I'm going to substitute y into x equals. So now I have x equals 3 times negative 2 plus 7. It gives me negative 6 plus 7. So x equals 1. Alright, let's go look at a couple of other examples. In part B, it says to use substitution to solve the system, but I don't have an expression equal to a variable. So I want to solve for the easiest variable to get to. Here, the easiest variable to solve for is y, because I'm just going to simply add 2x to both sides. So this leaves me with y equals 2x minus 2. Then I can use substitution. So now 2x minus 2 is going to go into the next equation for y. So I will end up with negative 5x plus 2 times 2x minus 2 equals negative 7. So this is negative 5x, distribute, so it's plus 4x minus 4 equals negative 7. Combine my like terms, I get negative x minus 4 equals negative 7, so I add 4 to both sides. Negative x equals negative 3, so x equals 3. Now I'm going to take this and substitute it into an equation. So I'm going to have y equals 2 times 3 minus 2. Y equals 6 minus 2, so y equals 4. So x was 3 and y was 4. Let's look at one final problem real quick. Use substitution to solve the system. Well, here I have x minus 3 equals 2 and 5x minus 4y equals 21. I need to pick an equation that's easiest to solve for a variable. Well, it's the top one. I'm going to solve for x in this example, so I'm going to add 3y to both sides. So I end up with x equals 3y plus 2. So now I take this value and I plug it in. So I want to plug into the bottom equation. So since it's 5x, it's going to be 5 times 3 minus 3y plus 2 minus 4y equals 21. Now I'm going to solve for y. If I apply the distributive property, I get 15y plus 10 minus 4y equals 21. 15 minus 4 is 11. Y plus 10 equals 21. I'm going to subtract 10 from both sides. 11y equals 11. So y equals 1. So this is going to go back into my equation. So I have to find x, I have x equals 3 times 1 plus 2. X equals 3 plus 2, so x equals 5. So my point of intersecting is 5, 1, so that's my solution. So just remember, if you don't have an expression that equals a variable, solve for the variable, then substitute the expression. Good luck.